chancel area. It was too crowded. It wasn't flexible. There was a whole host of things. In the end, it cost $3.9 million to do it. We did get tax credits from the state to help pay for it. Parishioners paid for it, and we're down now to $35,000 in debt.
Oh, very nice.
Off by the end of the year. Yeah, this has been a very, and see what changed the look was this decorative painting that you see along the walls. That's completely new, and actually was one of the later things we added. You know, we figured, well, there was a lot of things that you couldn't see, electrical works and interior. We need something what we call the wow factor. We need to bring the church out, and so the painting along here, you can see some of the work all around here, and that was kind of the wow factor. It was $150,000 time you did everything. But we were guided by a photo that was taken in 1906, and it showed the church with decorative painting. So people started getting the idea. We don't want to copy them, but maybe we can take something from that church and apply it to the current church. And I will show you what we took.
Okay.
And it was a design. And actually, this design right here was in the old church, well, the 1906 church. And so it was used as a pattern here. And in a lot of cases, we use that today as for business letters and this type of thing. It's kind of the logo of the church. But I'd like to show you the organ, but the organ is not operative right now. But we had a storm on the 19th of June, and we thought we had the church well protected against excessive surges, but apparently from subsequent work here that we weren't well prepared. And so the organ is mostly mechanical, but it does have two computers in it, and the chips got hit.
Okay.
But anyway, but it did cost $1 million.
How many parishioners attend on the services?
Well, you have to kind of look at what time of year you are. If you're in the program year, which is September to June, we have 5 services on Sunday, and you have about 400 or so is at that time. Now we're down to, in the summer months, only 3. So, and one of the largest ones we don't meet at all. So now you're down to, take 25, 30, 35% off of that, and that's your typical thing during the summer. But it goes from at 7:45 to a service without music. In the Episcopal Church, there's what we call Rite 1, which is the older language. In fact, the British use the prayer book of 1662, which has a lot of that old language. People like it. Then at 9 o'clock, it changes dramatically. We have a jazz band, and they play jazz music at 9 o'clock, and it's kind of geared toward much less formal type service. A lot of newcomers come to that one. 11 o'clock is your more typical service with choir, organ, that kind of thing. Then at 5:30, it changes dramatically again to a Celtic service, where you'd have a guitar, a flute, maybe a violin, something like that. And they play Celtic music. I mean, music that you would hear in Ireland and Scotland and that kind of thing, and because it's a deep religious tradition there. And then at 9 o'clock, which is our newest one, it's called Compline. It's the end of the day service. It's all quiet again as we start the day, and it's kind of your last service of the day. There's no instruments. There is some singing that goes on there, but it's all a cappella singing. So it's a variety. People tend to choose the service they like based on the type of music or the atmosphere. And so that's the Compline is the newest one, and it's the one least attended because it's 9 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. I can't make it that way.
Now, do people still sit up in the balconies?
Oh, yeah. The balcony is, that was one thing we did for the renovation. The wood in the balcony needed attention. When you walked in there, it was creaky. And when you were late, you could hear it.
And everybody looked.
Yeah, that's right, everybody looked and all like that. So we had to, a lot of the wood we used here, the old wood, was actually reused down here. We don't like to give up historical stuff.
Yes.
So that was put in the choir, the bell choir has more or less expanded along this area. We have benches up here, so we can seat an overflow crowd, particularly as you imagine for Christmas and Easter.
Yes.
That you